You don't have to last a long time to make things great and relax, get your mind out of the gutter. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about 2013 Florida Gulf Coast. In the span of one weekend, they went from a nobody school to the most electrifying must-watch team in America. They dunked it 20 times in 3 games. They became the first ever number 15 seed to reach the Sweet 16, and they got one of the coolest nicknames in March Madness history, Dunk City. And then poof, it was over. No Final Four, no national championship, but for one moment, they were the coolest Cinderella we've ever seen. The Florida Gulf Coast run was truly one of a kind. So how did it change March Madness forever? And is it the best Cinderella run of all time? Well, if you watch to the end, you'll be able to make that judgment for yourself. If you're new around here, just subscribe already. I'm an absolute lunatic in the month of March. Look at these videos I'm putting up on screen, all bangers that have already uploaded. Make sure to check them out after you watch this one. Let's be real, before March of 2013, no one outside of Fort Myers, Florida knew this school existed. And honestly, as a kid from Oregon myself, I didn't even know what Fort Myers was. You can laugh all you want in the comments. Florida Gulf Coast University was founded in 1991, meaning that it's younger than some of the people watching this video. And what's even crazier, and probably something you're unaware of, is the fact that they didn't even have a D1 basketball program until 2007. Their arena looks like an XL high school gym, which I absolutely love. And as you would expect, before 2013, FGCU had never made the NCAA tourney. Here's the thing, unlike other Cinderellas I've gone over, this team was actually good before the tournament. They finished 26-11 in 2013 while winning their conference title, but most people didn't notice because they played in the almighty Atlantic Sun. In December of that year, they actually beat Miami, a team that won the ACC and would go on to be a number 2 seed in the tournament. Now, FGCU led the conference in scoring at 73 a night and fast break points. But even with this fun play style, because they played in a small conference with 0 national TV exposure, no one saw their run coming. Well, almost nobody. Before FGCU at Dunk City, they had Andy Enfield, who was hired before the 2012 season. He was a former college hooper at Johns Hopkins, an assistant coach in the NBA with the Bucks and Celtics, and also a fun fact, Enfield co-founded a healthcare startup before getting into coaching full-time. That is awesome and something you don't hear a lot. Next, he married a model, which is pretty random, but the media loved to bring this up during their run in March Madness, so I thought you should know. But most importantly, he coached his team with 0 fear. Enfield designed his system around speed, transition offense, and dunking everything possible. He encouraged highlight plays instead of punishing his guys, and he would let his guys play loose while other coaches would have tried to slow the game down. Real quick, let's meet the players who made this all happen. First, Sherwood Brown, the senior guard. He brought the sauce. He was the soul of Dunk City. He walked onto the team in 2009 and grinded his way into being the Atlantic Sun Player of the Year by 2013. Great story. Brett Comer, the sophomore guard and lob king. He dished out 26 assists in the 3 tournament games, throwing lobs like he had prime Lob City Clippers vision. He never averaged double digits in scoring, but he turned the NCAA tournament into his dunk contest. Finally, Chase Feeler, the junior forward and the poster maker. He was 6'8" with stupid bounce and fearless at attacking the rack. If Comer was Chris Paul, this guy was his Blake Griffin. Welcome to Dunk City. First round against number 2 seeded Georgetown, a team that finished 25-7, won the Big East regular season title, and had Otto Porter Jr., an NBA lottery pick and the Big East Player of the Year. The Hoyas were ranked top 5 nationally in defense, and they were supposed to shut down everyone. But what did FGCU do? They ran them off the floor, dunk after dunk, fast break after fast break. A 21-2 second half run had the crowd losing its mind. Sherwood Brown hit clutch shots. Comer threw ridiculous lobs. Chase Feeler ended a dude's career with a poster. Check it out. 78-68, the 15 seed is moving on. Second round versus number 7 seeded San Diego State, and this is where it was supposed to end because no 15 seed ever had made it to the Sweet 16, and the Aztecs were not a scrub team either. They were coached by Steve Fisher, the same guy who led Michigan's Fab Five. They were also ranked in the top 25 most of the season, and they were expected to win this game easily, but FGCU played even faster than them, forcing turnovers and getting 17 fast break points. Chase Feeler caught another body. There were a plethora of alley-oops and dunks the entire game, and the only way to put it is that the world was genuinely shocked with this team and their athleticism. They had no idea how to react. Florida Gulf Coast had made history. Sweet 16 against number 3 Florida, and unlike the first two games, FGCU ran into an absolute buzzsaw. Florida was stacked. They were a top 10 team all season and coached by Billy Donovan, a two-time national champion. They had many future pro guys on the team, and defensively, the Gators were a nightmare matchup. But for a moment, though, it looked like Dunk City was about to do it again. Florida Gulf Coast jumped out to a 24-14 lead in the first half, and they had the Gators on the ropes. The crowd was roaring, sensing yet another upset. FGCU only had 2 dunks all game, which is a crime against basketball, and the Gators dominated the second half, ending the Cinderella dream 62-50, but Dunk City was immortal. Before FGCU, Cinderella runs usually looked the same. They were slow, methodical, defensive-minded teams grinding out upsets. None of them were playing above the rim and putting defenders on posters. And most importantly, this wasn't just another 15-seed upset. In the history of March Madness, 15 seeds had only won 6 first-round games ever before Florida Gulf Coast did it. And they did it twice. But after 2013, 15 seeds started believing they could go even further. In 2021, Oral Roberts reached the Sweet 16, and in 2022, St. Peter's got all the way to the Elite Eights. What makes this run even crazier is the fact that it was mystical and completely out of left field. Florida Gulf Coast had only been a Division I school for 6 years, and one guy turned them into a household name overnight, and it was proof that one coach can change a program instantly. Enfield didn't need great recruits, he didn't need a massive budget, and he didn't need a historical program backing him. All he needed was one moment, and just as quickly as he built Dunk City, he left, taking the job at USC immediately, and he watched the program crumble. FGCU has never been the same since. They made the NCAA Tournament a couple times since 2013, but they haven't even come close to replicating the magic of that one March run. Finally, the immortality of this team. A lot of Cinderella runs fade over time, but FGCU's never did, despite their program deteriorating as a whole. That's a testament to their play style and electricity. It was so refreshing for all types of fans. You can't watch a March Madness montage without seeing Comer's alley-oop to Feeler from 2013. Anytime a 15 seed wins a game, people still bring up Florida Gulf Coast as the first to reach the Sweet 16. Now, even though they haven't made another deep run, the Dunk City brand keeps FGCU in the conversation every March, and you have dudes like me still talking about them today. So next time your girl gets mad at you for only giving her 3 minutes, just tell her about 2013 Florida Gulf Coast and send her the link to my channel.